Alright, welcome to a brand new smoke break. I am your wonderful host, Leon, and we have Shaquille. Say hi.
Hey, how's it going, everybody?
We have Bob, my secondary host.
No, fuck you. I'm not here. I'm indomitable.
We're holding him against his will.
That's not something that I am right now, really.
And we have Casey, Mr. Red Comet, aka Crimson Shadow, aka whatever he wants to
Shadow the Hedgehog.
That's not. I don't ever call myself any of those things.
I do. Go ahead.
Eventually, the
Well, I mean, I had an intro before, but I probably shouldn't say that thing about the Jews.
Now he's...
this is probably gonna get
Alright,
one day.
so after joining fucking Jeff the Hero's stream of cyber double slash cyber double BU/Y.
I don't think that's how it actually spelled.
The story where
He looked it
No,
up.
I looked it up. That's how it's spelled.
Did they really?
He said that's actually how it was fucking stylized. That's why I was laying on the couch going, no, why would
He
they
actually was, for reals. We were here for it.
So yeah, we were Jeff the Hero.
What a hero.
Killer Instinct aficionado.
Or I just know him as a generally pretty good fighting game player. For some reason, is streaming the ABC Family original movie Cyberbully, spelt with 2 backslashes instead of L's.
The story.
the table.
Oh, sorry. The story where your problems could have easily been solved had you just fucked off.
Well, no, cyberbullying happens.
It's a real issue. This movie's just tackling it in a really cringy, Full Housey way. Like I said, the main character, she looks like all of Full House.
I don't know. Her mother has pretty much been saying that one obvious solution the
Hey,
whole
you gonna
time.
delete your thing now? Hey, you
Your
should probably delete your
clickster?
thing now.
You're Clickster.
Yes,
Oh, God.
her Clickster timeline.
The Clickster.
They basically just like, what are they doing on the social media? It's a Clickster. Just do it.
Throw it
It's
out there.
basically the most like
Not
easily
Facebook.
like balled into one, all encompassing name for like the all-in-one pseudo future.
Gee, Mom, you don't understand kids these generations. I'm always browsing internet.com.
Basically, yeah.
Hey kids, did you want your Facebook, Twitter, and Tumblr all in one? You freaking shit-ass kid little brats. Well, now you can with Clickster. Get it now. Because your parents will have no idea how entitled you
Yeah, it's
are.
only lamer than MySpace.
I mean, if it were Tumblr would have escalated this far, she could have just said she was black or something.
Or she sympathized with the black culture or some shit like that.
Whoa, she's civilized with the black culture. That must mean we have to stop bullying.
Nah, it's people who knew her in real life, but these are people like sending her like anonymous messages, like when 4chan rage people saying stuff like, "Yeah, wow, she really stinks." They had some good stuff, like saying, "Oh yeah, she's a slut. She gave this guy an STD." But then there are people who like legitimately said, like, "Oh yeah, she sure smells like she's a whore."
And that plot twist that even M. Night Shyamalan couldn't program into a movie.
Whoa! Don't spoil the plot.
I'm not gonna say anything. You all need to watch it.
It was the best friend the entire time.
Yeah, you all need to watch it. Don't listen to him. He's lying. It's real.
Well, now what are you gonna do for all the viewers at home who haven't seen Cyber//E yet?
We might have to.
I'm so sorry. Now you don't have to watch it.
Well, I guess now all they have to go by is the fact that they were a teenager at some point.
Speaking of cyberbullying,
Speaking of shit that you can wake up to, I woke up and fucking watched all of Face Off this morning.
I saw that. Yeah, yeah.
Yep.
It was just on apparently, and he was going nuts on Twitter about it.
What was that again?
Nicolas Cage versus John Travolta. Nicolas Cage is the bad guy. John Travolta's the good guy. They switch faces, and now, yeah.
I fucking forgot about that movie.
A real action movie.
Well,
I actually fucking forgot about it.
Nicolas Cage being a bad guy
Is
less creepy than Nicolas Cage pretending not to be the bad guy, but pretending to be the bad guy.
So not Ghost Rider?
I mean, I did watch The Wicker Man again recently, and that really is just like that is a treasure. That is a piece of American cinema we can just never forget.
Oh, not the bees! They're in my eye!
I actually gotta watch that movie.
I mean, you ever want to see Nicolas Cage put on a bear suit and punch a woman?
Yes.
That was actually gold.
That is a thing.
Keep your feet and extremities away from the cord, please.
Sorry. But yeah, aside of that.
But yeah, I watched that.
No, that's not a line from the movie.
Like, I woke up and I was like, I switched to TNN. TNN is a treasure of like,
what
hey,
movies?
did you think you wanted to watch that movie? I guess you're watching it now. Because the week before this, I woke up and...
TNT, you mean?
Huh?
TNT, you mean?
Yes.
Yeah.
Because I woke up the week before and watched all of First Blood again. The first Rainbow movie.
Oh. Huh. Good.
Because I woke up somehow at the beginning of the movie.
Perfect.
And this morning I woke up at the beginning of Face Off. I saw the credits like starting. I was like, well, I guess I'm watching Face Off now.
And then thus you watch it, and then you.
And then I was like, I don't remember how this fucking movie goes. How did they actually get to the point where Face Off becomes Face Off? And then I was like, oh no, that's how the plot happens.
Emphasis on the oh no.
That's a classic though, a treasure of a movie.
Oh man.
Actually, a pretty good movie too, honestly.
Like, is it? I think I really need to look more into the filmography of Nicolas Cage.
A fun movie.
Like, because I watched the Best Friend... I listened to the Best Friends podcast, like, not too long ago, and they were talking about Face Off, because they tend to talk about Face Off a lot.
It happens.
And Pat was like, oh, he does the face thing, the stupid face thing, and that's how he knows that... that's how his wife knows that he is the actual person, not the person who he switched the face with. Mm-hmm. And for some reason, I knew exactly what he was talking about. And then after watching the movie today, I really knew that I knew exactly what he was talking about. Because I saw that movie years ago. But for some reason, that part stuck with me. And after seeing it, I was like, oh no, the dumb face thing that he was talking about.
Was that Nicolas Cage or John Travolta?
Both.
John Travolta, who becomes Nicolas Cage at the end. And then John Travolta again at the end.
Don't worry though.
Nicolas Cage is the good guy, but then they switch faces, and then Nicolas Cage becomes the bad guy, and then they re-switch faces at the end after everything's resolved.
Even though that doesn't explain their body builds.
Actually, they do. Because, like, during the face-off switch, they say that they're going to do the entire body.
Oh, yeah. Hey.
That doesn't change the fact that it's a dumb movie.
It is a dumb movie, but a classic nonetheless.
Because there's a lot of dumb, like, gun move, like John Woo-esque, whatever. You didn't need to do that, like, moves. Like, you didn't need to jump through that pane of glass to shoot that guy.
So I always wanted to see like a violent version of Freaky Friday where Nicolas Cage was in the end.
Yes.
Yeah.
Does that just make the movie better for you?
Yes.
Oh, yes.
Infinitely.
So yeah. So speaking of...
Now back to the topic of cyberbullying.
Yeah, people are getting offended that they're being called fat on the internet.
This is coming from the guy who's being called fat, and I found that video actually funny.
What the hell is her name again?
Who cares?
Yeah,
we need like
we kind of need her name if we want the audience to know what we're
cut
talking
this part
about.
out, I guess. Trim it off. I'm gonna look it up.
Or we can just waste time talking about other shit while it's going on.
Yep. So yeah, I definitely woke up and watched all of Face Off.
Well, no, we'll get to her name in a second. But of all groups to get offended by this thing, the one condition out there that is actually 100% avoidable
or resolvable, really.
Nicole Arbor. That's her.
Yeah.
Nicole Arbor.
Yeah,
Arbor.
that reminds me.
Think like Arbor Day.
Yeah. That reminds me because F Plus like found one of the body appreciation websites where they are basically just completely in denial of overweightness being like a cause of like a cause of health issues and everything.
Like that it's not avoidable. It's just because I was just born morbidly obese.
No, not even like I don't even think they want to like address the point that it's avoidable. They're just like, don't bring your health conscious talk here. Don't even if you're a doctor, don't say anything about like maybe you can change so and so and whatnot if you lose some weight.
Who cares what those doctors say? I know my body better than anyone.
Really? Do you know how likely
the quote is? I don't want to talk to a scientist They always lying and getting me pissed.
That is exactly why doctors are trying to give kids the asthma with that way they can get bitty smallpox.
What?
What?
Don't worry about it.
Okay. That came out.
Whatever.
Anyway.
Going back to like
so-
fucking parents.
But that's the thing, yeah. Well, everyone knows, like, Tumblr
I know
is
what
just,
you were going after.
By
the way.
I
Thank you
kind
so
of
much.
did, but anyway. Yeah, no, everyone knows Tumblr is just this big old hug box where, like, no one should ever get offended by anything.
Hugbox? I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure it evolved into like super echo chamber.
What, same thing, whatever.
Same thing. Yeah, I love you, Shaq, but same thing.
But, yeah,
I love you.
yeah, basically...
We'll go with hug boxes. It's super fluffy arms of you don't have to
You're
feel
good.
bad.
You're
Don't be
alright. You
Actually,
fit in.
I'm not even sure if that's the right way to put it. Echo chamber might be more accurate because, for all these horrible, marginalized people, like, people who eat too much and apparently need to be protected because of it.
Yeah.
I think
But I'm saying, despite that, though, they just have this raging hate boner for basically normal people. Like, they're waging a war on people who are just, well-adjusted.
No. Not even that. Just specifically white men.
Cis
Yeah.
white. Cis
Straight
white
white men. Let me.
Cis white men.
I'm sorry. Cis. I'm sorry. audience.
cis white male Fedorian loser.
Wait, but most of the people there are also wearing fedoras, so isn't that kind of fuck it?
No, they're not wearing fedoras. They're wearing trilbies actually. But
Trilbies.
Tell me now.
That's a different
Well,
topic for
well,
another plate of cookies.
Well, no, most of them have Technicolor hair, which is essentially the female fedora.
Oh, you're so right. Technicolor hair is the female fedora, and also if you top it off with a
Blue red.
little guitar.
Fuck.
That and it's another thing they've been doing where like they dye their armpit hair because the
little fucking guitar.
That's not
I
actually.
don't
I know
know
what
what
he's
it's
talking
called.
about, but
ukulele.
Yes. I'm so different. I'm so quirky. I play ukulele.
I was kind of thinking more of like the Rage Against the Machine style of now that I've dyed my armpit hair blue, that'll show the patriarchy somehow.
The Rage Against the Patriarchy.
meanwhile, like 1 in every 5 probably have a sex video in them.
That already sounds like the intro to our video.
Trust me,
I mean,
when
the
you
name of
dig
the video.
when you dig into it, it gets really fucking hilarious.
I don't because I'm a cis white heterosexual male, or as I like to call it, normal.
Yeah.
Well, I guess I'm not normal.
Default.
Before we get back on topic, let me just say I hate that so much. That there's now, you're a cis white male. You're under the specific category when you grow up. You just start as a male, but now you're a cis white male.
I think it's just like
cis white male. Cis is supposed to mean like born as a white male,
I just hate that like people are now like, oh, we have to identify.
and doesn't identify as anything else but a white male.
Well, since I identify as a nerd, personally, I'm triggered by the fact they're using that word because for the longest time I referred to the CIS as the Confederacy of Independent States. From the Star Wars prequels. There's actually some good stuff in the prequels, too.
One more thing. Fucking, what was I gonna say? The cis white male thing. Shit, I lost it.
I don't know, you ever seen the picture, like, the woman with, like, dye siscum tattooed to her arm? And then someone put, like, a clone trooper head on her?
Yeah, but this whole social justice thing has been going too nuts, and from like complaining about how air conditioners are sexist to how thermostats are sexist. It's been
you think that's fucking hysterical?
No, but let me just finish my intro.
All right.
Like, because there's so much we could talk about, but we're focusing on this one topic tonight.
Yeah,
We can go off the rails if we want, but we'll get to the main topic eventually.
Yeah, I'm saying, like, if we're just gonna go...
I'll make sure of that.
Like, if we're just gonna talk about all the things that Tumblr exaggerates, and that the whole, like, social justice movement, it's basically just political correctness, except somehow, like, they're dumber because it's an echo chamber, they only listen to themselves. We could be here for years. There is so much dumb shit on that website.
I remember what I was going to talk about. The whole cis white male thing. Like, they forget that they're on the internet and anyone can post. And it's like, oh, you fucking idiot, cis white male. And then the second somebody posts a picture and just makes them feel super fucking stupid.
Oh no! It's not even that, because then after that point, you're considered a SYKE account. Remember that. You're not actually black.
Oh no, you stole that picture
from a black guy.
Yeah. And then you repost with "I'm not a SYKE account" with a drawn on a piece of paper.
That's no, you don't understand like the depths of this insane website. I mean, actually, no, it's really not even a bad website. 'Cause, like, this is not what Tumblr was made
There's
for.
good art and stuff on Tumblr. There's
there's excellent
There's
artists.
always a good and bad to every website. Like,
Yeah,
people
of course.
shit on DeviantArt, but there's some really wicked cool shit on DeviantArt.
Oh yeah.
I mean,
of course.
4chan is also included. I mean, let's not forget B slash B.
Well, no, even then, that's just the anything goes section. It's
Yeah.
It's literally just like the bathroom.
That's the
stall.
Donnybrook section.
Like it's the bathroom stall of the internet. It's whatever anyone decides to write there.
Yeah. So
Apparently, people get like super angry and racist when they're going to the bathroom. Though.
Have you been in a fucking bathroom stall in most places?
they're starting to feel pretty privileged when they're sitting on the pooper, just with their pen writing on the wall.
Yes, my throne of taking a dump.
But yeah, no, Tumblr is.
Fuck Jose!
Anyway, no, but
Go
yeah,
back to Mexico.
go back to Univision.
Oh, Trump!
Why did you bring a fucking marker into the bathroom stall? What's wrong with you?
Can't stop the Trump.
Can't stump the Trump.
Alright, but anyway, what was I saying? No, yeah, I think it's mostly just because the recent wave, like third wave feminism. It's not that Tumblr just created a bunch of stupid people. There have always been stupid people, but now stupid people finally got a megaphone.
Yeah, I posted that before. Like
Now
it's not that people are shitty. It's that the undesirables that you wouldn't normally talk to in society have a voice on the internet, and they can talk to you.
Yeah, because normally if I encountered one of those Tumblrites, like if I saw some morbidly obese woman showing her blue armpits to me, telling me that I should go kill myself because of how privileged I am, normally I would just call the police. But now it's on the internet.
No, actually,
so who cares?
you wouldn't even get that far. You'd see them and then fucking quick about face away from them.
I mean, it's not limited to just Tumblr. I mean, look at like Kickstarter.
Because you actually got to start talking to them in order for them to tell you to go kill yourself.
Yeah, I'd probably converse with them the same way I'd converse with a bear.
You just don't do it.
So, as I was saying, it's not limited to just Tumblr, though. It's also other sites like Kickstarter. Like, look at what Kickstarter made. Anita Sarkeesian. Sure, she had a YouTube account before them, but before then, nobody really cared. But then she's like, "Oh, I'm gonna do this tropes with women in video games."
Internet, I need to press donations, please.
Please donate.
Where is it though?
So about that
Yeah,
video,
right?
Where's your video series though?
No,
Exactly.
it's still not finished. Keep in mind, it's been 3 fucking years.
Yep.
Yeah.
Has it?
Yes, it's been exactly 3 years, and she's still. No, everybody who saw it, who had a brain and actually didn't do it, was just like, she's gonna take the money and run.
And it's
And
like,
the second later is like on the Kickstarter account says, "Quitting my day job." She took the money and ran.
yeah, like it's because of people that donated.
She stepped up before Patreon started.
Yeah,
Pretty much.
like and so.
But at the very least, if people like stepped up during the Patreon days, they'd be able to yank funding from her.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, but there was like I think that's why Patreon. I think that's part of the reason why Patreon was created, so that doesn't happen again. It's like, look now, like what is she doing? She's just going around making these like dumb videos and coming on the news, and then people are like, oh look, she's a great like symbol of feminism. She's gonna be in Time Magazine's top 100 most influential people,
Well, yeah,
even though everybody voted against it.
You'll have to be a little more specific than that. Made some dumb videos and then appeared on the news. That's not necessarily.
I'm just being vague.
Yeah, no, that's not necessarily a bad thing. I'm sure there are good people who some people do respect who do that.
Markiplier.
Okay, whatever.
Actually,
apparently he's okay. I mostly just hear him like screaming animatronics. But anyway,
I like Markiplier. As a side note, I actually watched like a cringe compilation, and for some reason they put his stupid like Sonic gotta go fast thing on there. Where he has the stupid Sonic head on there, he's sliding across his linoleum tile, going, "Gotta go fast, gotta go fast." And also, they put somebody who was like proven to be troll bait on there. So somebody who's making these cringe compilations don't know their shit.
No.
well, that's very fascinating. But I guess that's the point. While he's sliding across a linoleum floor and screaming at animatronics, and I think my friend Joe was showing me, he's like he has like God knows how many videos of him just playing people's custom levels in Happy Wheels.
Yeah.
That's the thing. There's clearly no major political agenda here.
Yeah.
People are watching him react to other people's levels in Happy Wheels. Maybe that's not really my cup of tea, but people like that. Thing is, he's actually producing that shit on a constant basis. Mm-hmm. Anita Sarkeesian is basically supposed to be the feminist hero of the video game industry, and she made like 3 videos in 3 years.
3?
Yeah. Well, and then another
with a 6-digit budget,
and like, another one that's kind of loosely attached to the series, but is questionably not.
The whole like
it took her,
positive icons in gaming, which by the way, like she's taking forever to do that too. I could just go to a Google search. There it is. I've just saw 20.
It took her 3 years to finally get to the fucking point.
Yeah,
and she's not to the point yet. So
yeah, still not to the point.
She's barely even started.
Well, what I'm saying is, regardless of whether or not you agree with the message, because, well, clearly we are not that hug box we were referring to before, but whatever the case, just from my practical standpoint, how much money did she make?
I think it was $160,000.
$160,000 for what? A green screen?
No, the funny thing is she already had the green screen.
She's
the only thing that was different was her makeup.
I think it was $160,000 for more games that she cannot play.
Yeah,
no, for more games that she didn't play and then ripped them from other channels without their permission.
I think one of my favorite like little non-violent protest things that happened recently at E3 was that the people at E3 made posters saying like, "We don't want her here," and that's it. It's like, yeah, we don't want Anita Sarkeesian here, and I kind of like that. It's like, they're not being too fucking aggressive. People aren't attacking her or anything.
That reminds me of.
They're just kind of leaving it out into the air, like, "Hey, we don't want her here."
Yeah, but people definitely see it that way.
They're gonna assume the worst.
Like they're bullying her, they're singling her out. But people do the same thing with like Al Sharpton.
Actually,
like whenever like a cop shoots a black kid, like all the people in the community are like, "Al Sharpton, stay the fuck out of here. You're going to cause a riot. You're going to get white and black people killed. Go away."
Actually, nobody really said anything about it. It just kind of was there, and then people were like, "Okay." Maybe she still went, but,
one, fuck Al Charlatan. 2, what was I going to say? That reminds me of, like, 2 years ago when people were putting shit up about blood on the dance floor during the Vans.
I'm really curious where this is going.
During the Vans Warped Tour, there was like, nah, we don't like you very much. You can, like, not be here. Fuck off.
Yeah.
In the fuck?
But that was kind of like, they didn't exactly say don't come, but they're like, we don't want you to come.
So Jared, come. You can stay home.
Yeah, go home.
Well, that's it. Like, once there's this much of a hype backlash, it's not hard to make fun of people like this. Like, God knows how, like, way back in the day, I guess I can actually say back in the day now, when, like, Justin Bieber jokes were, like, the hot new thing.
Yeah, that's definitely back in the day.
That is back in the day.
Like,
when he was actually a little child.
I can't exactly say I was
how proud these edgy internet guys were. They're like, yeah, fuck that little kid. Not literally though. Just
I will say there was a recent like thing that made fun of Justin, and I actually kind of laughed at it, and that was Sonic Boom. They had the pop star Justin Bieber, and he was just an actual beaver.
Easy.
Yeah, easy. And then the way they did it was like actually kind of smart and funny.
I remember watching the episode with Kenny. It was literally a battle between Justin Bieber and a made-up boy band between Sonic, Knuckles, and Tails. And it was just the most hysterical thing I've ever seen in my life.
Tails is the cute one.
It failed so hard. Actually, no. Apparently, it was Knuckles.
What?
Yeah.
You know what?
I lost my shit.
We gotta watch more of that show.
Yeah.
So anyway,
I can't even complain.
Like Sonic's really been stepping their shit up, at least with that show.
Yeah.
They've been doing that with comics as well.
I follow the Twitter.
Yeah.
Back to the whole feminism train. So the recent thing that's been booming this summer is fat shaming, air quote, and fit shaming.
Nice transition.
Yeah. What? How? Is that? I don't know if
Sonic Boom booming?
Yeah! I didn't realize it was doing that! Yeah!
Bravo.
There we go! Yeah. Anyway, so, like I was saying...
Bob, master of the segue.
The segues. Usually I'm terrible at it, but that time I give myself a pat on the back. Anyway, if you're...
Luckily, you're privileged with a skinny enough body, you can reach your back.
I can reach my back.
So there's just been, I mean, there's no secret that, like, for years, fat people have been kind of the butt of the joke. And, I mean, I'm not going to say that isn't a thing that exists. I've seen it happen, and I've grown up in high school, too. And
I still
elementary school. You know, but, you know, people, they tend to be one of, like, the common, like, jab. Like, people to jab at. And, you know, I see it. It exists, but holy fucking shit. Chill. Fucking chill. Take a joke.
Like
satire.
Back when I was still in high school, I'm still fat now, but even
Yeah,
then I didn't take it to such an extreme offense. It was just like, oh no, I'm fat. And
what was her name again? I already forgot.
Arbor. Nicole
Arbor.
I think Nicole Arbor.
I still found her video funny.
I think the difference is, like, when like people get really defensive when someone insults people for their race or their sexuality, because that really is something they can't help. Like if I make fun of someone because they're black, it's not their fault they're black. They just are. Mm-hmm. But even then, like, I guess there is still a fine line between, you know, something just being legitimately funny that a black guy will laugh along with, and just, like, you know, like, just actually trying to discriminate or offend people. I guess most people are really not as sympathetic for fat shaming, because unlike being black or gay, it's entirely preventable. If you're fat, it's because you did something that made you fat.
Preventable, and it's controllable. Just because you're fat doesn't mean you can't be skinny.
Alright, here's my problem with Nicole Arbor. My problem with her is the same problem I have with
just pretty much every female comedian.
the Australian rapper.
Australian rapper?
I forget. I wouldn't
Female.
know.
Fuck.
Iggy Azalea?
Yes, there we go.
Yeah.
You're learning, Bob.
Yeah,
Right.
me, I'm learning.
Iggy Azalea, she's not talented. Like, Arbor is to comedy as Iggy Azalea is to rap.
I've seen worse, but
Arbor is not funny. Like,
I don't think
I'm
she's
not
that funny.
offended. I watched the entire video. Like, I can't really relate to fat people because I've never been fat. But, like, being a person who's gone through high school, I keep my head to the ground. And I'm like, yeah, these are the same jokes that are fucking recycled and overused. Yeah, you're so funny, man. Nah.
Yeah, she was a bit of a try-hard with, like, the cutaway every 2 seconds.
Yeah, and
I think it was just her delivery.
That's another thing. Her delivery
was
like,
fucking horrible.
Like what you're gonna say, and her fucking editing is just obnoxious. And it's like, hey, this is not something we've seen before. Hey, Ray William Johnson.
Yeah.
I laughed at a few parts of it, but no,
There
I
were
get
a couple laughs, I guess.
No, but I get what you mean. It's just
Her funniest one really was just the zombie joke about, like, being a fat zombie. Like, how do you...
Even the zombie thing felt like it was a non sequitur. It felt like she, like, couldn't... She didn't have the wit to make an entire...
She's not very good at run-on, I think. Like, she doesn't...
What was the show that she was talking about? The show/comic?
Shit, what, Walking Dead or something?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It feels like she didn't, like, have the wherewithal and the mental capacity to put together a whole Walking Dead episode. And that was the only Walking Dead joke that she could think of, so she wanted to use it somewhere.
well,
Yeah.
oh yeah. The whole point of this, though, is it's not really whether or not she was funny, because apparently most of us weren't really fans here. But whether or not she was funny, I don't believe she should have been taken down.
Yeah. Like, if you're gonna flag her shit, then you're being a little faggoty bitch ass fucking soft-hearted cunt. Like, get out of here. Like, pack that shit up.
All right. Well, you said faggot. Are we allowed to say the N-word on here?
Yes.
Awesome, niggers.
Nigga.
All right, but anyway,
I gotta be a nigga.
I'm polite enough to ask a black man permission first.
We got a Team Ikaruga set up. We got 2 black, 2 white. So
Yeah. That is Team Ikaruga. Yes!
And
damn
we're
it.
both sitting
and
around-
we got an Asian, so we can use Ikaruga. So
Oh.
Yeah. Part white, part Asian. We can do this. Let's go. Anyway. So yeah, I don't look, I feel the same way. She's not funny. She really isn't. But that's not the point here.
She's not funny because she's being offensive. She's not funny because she's not talented at being a comedian.
She's
No,
just
that's what I'm saying. Like, regardless of the quality of her,
she is Carlos Mencia level of comedian standards.
Yeah, I think if we can all agree with one thing, all unite under one roof, it'd be the roof of she's not funny.
Yeah.
I don't know about that, because I'm sure some people do find that stuff funny. But
Yeah.
The same people who find super animated monkey style, like the other guy who no one finds funny.
Dane Cook?
Dane Cook. Yeah, she's Dane Cook style.
Yeah, but that's... No, I
Comedy.
like... Her, I can actually tolerate. Like, Dane Cook, I fucking can't stand, but he has fans.
Yeah.
Now, I'm not talking about the quality of her comedy or lack thereof. The problem is... Apparently, it was so offensive that it got taken down as hate speech.
I mean, I saw the video. There was nothing that could really insinuate hate speech.
No, she was saying some nasty things about fat people, but
That being said, she's in character.
Oh no, comedy.
There's a
I'm saying,
line,
like,
though.
she's in character. It's all in good fun, and God knows how many other channels on there who say far worse things about other groups that unlike fat people are. Can't do anything about it.
That's why South Park is popular.
Yeah, Jesus Christ! Like,
look at what South Park does.
like South Park has said far worse things about everyone.
I mean, speaking of cartoons,
There's a line, and she went not even close to pushing it. This is this fucking pussified, oversensitive age of, if I don't like it, then I'm triggered, quote unquote. I'm going to flag you down and remove your shit off the internet.
I'm saying, like
you basically confirmed what you just said.
I mean, on Facebook, I follow a bunch of pages that they're just like literal shock value. It's just like edginess to the extreme. Just like it has to be so offensive that it gets a rise out of me. So I have pages just dedicated to hang those niggers, and these guys are still up and running.
Yeah, nobody complains about that.
But the thing is, they're. Well, that's the thing. They're not talking about a group that... I don't even know why fat people are a group. It's something that happens to you when you eat too much.
I'm on the internet so much that type of shit that you were talking about doesn't even get to me anymore.
Exactly.
But I have to find, literal, fucking... Cthulhu...
Eldritch.
deep one.
I have to find Eldritch level shit to disturb me at the very soul. You know what I look for when I want to look at stuff and be like, I hope this never happens? I look at actual well-drawn depictions of angels.
Yeah.
Oh, that's interesting.
Biblical, have you ever heard the descriptive actual biblical angels?
They don't look like...
They don't look like people.
They don't look like
anywhere
Buckaroo's
close.
wings.
They're creepy as fuck!
They will creep you the fuck out.
You know cherubs, the little baby angels that you know, those aren't actual cherubs. Cherubs are fucking monstrous things with 8 wings and 1 bull head, 1 fucking lion head, 1 man face.
Honestly, now that I honestly think about it, I'd probably be more comfortable in hell than I am in heaven, because at least in hell I know what to expect.
And seraphims are 6 wing this is the fear of the unknown shit. 6 winged things that cover its body so that it doesn't expose you to cosmic radiation that'll fucking burn you to death.
Yeah, if anything...
What's the one that's the whole thing is a wheel made of an inverted open mouth?
Yeah.
Shit,
if anything,
it's actually connected wheels with eyes.
Oh, is that what it was?
Yeah.
I think the closest game that's come to depicting these kinds of angels is Bayonetta, and even then, kind of not really.
That's kind of pushing.
Nowhere near that much, but
that's why in the Bible when they come down, they say, "Fear not,
do not look at me,
fear not."
Yeah.
I come in peace.
All right, I think we're getting a bit off topic here. Back
also, one more
Check
thing.
your legs away.
One more thing. If you want to feel uncomfortable, look at the painting of think of a really good series, TV like internet series.
Yeah, you'll have to be a little more specific.
I'm talking to you specifically.
As
Hannibal. Think of the Red Dragon painting. Look up the Red Dragon, the painting of the Red Dragon.
Oh my
that
God.
shit is unsettling as fuck.
It is.
Oh
yeah.
Well, yeah, that's just creepy things. I mean, I'm talking about just plain old regular offensive things like, hanging niggers, gassing Jews, and like whenever there's like a modern tragedy, like if there's ever actual video footage of it, I watch like dance remixes of people actually dying. But that's what I'm saying. I watch these like horrible things.
Speaking of which, did you see the video of Earth, Wind, and Fire September where they like do the fucking breakdown with the chicken getting shot with the shotgun?
Yeah, I saw that one.
I don't know why that's so funny.
Yeah, no, I saw the one of a woman jumping off a building and Captain Falcon down airs her.
Yeah, that was amazing. Oh man, we're all terrible.
No, but that's what I mean. Like, I watch these horrible things all the time.
Yeah, we're bad.
These guys don't get taken down, but the woman who made fun of fat people, that's hate speech. We need to protect our virgin ears from that.
You think that's bad? Wait do you see like a show that's coming out called Gen Z or something like that? Just fuck my life. This show looks terrible.
That show
but that's not intentionally offensive, and that's the opposite. It's
supposed to be uplifting, and hey, you're not alone.
Oh yeah, you're not alone.
I watched the trailer for that, by the way, and it looks so generic.
It
was so generic.
It's not really even offensive. It's just like the Zelda CDI quality animation for like, look, trans people play video games too.
But even then, like, if you have like
don't feed, I don't care.
If you have subpar animation, at least supplement it with good writing.
Yeah,
but it doesn't even look like it's going to do that.
No, they're making like 2004 video game jokes.
That's what I'm saying. Even the jokes are like
old, dated as fuck.
Hey, you were there too. Hey, you know that Cosby fucking put things in people's drinks. Hey, good for you.
I already know I'm really gonna hate one of the characters in that show already because they already just like they were banking on the fact that the guy was a dick. It was like the troublemaker, and he dick punches like a black guy. I'm like, what the fuck is wrong?
No, you look over that guy because that guy is supposed to be that way. Who I was looking at is everyone else. The black guy was nothing. The black guy was stodgy, nothing, whatever.
He plays video games though.
Yes, oh my god, he plays video games. And the girl is transgender. Oh my god, she's transgender.
That one chick is Asian.
Oh, she's Asian and she's a fucking Trustafarian who takes Xanax. Ooh, wow.
Yeah, so back on to like
pack that shit up and get that shit the fuck out of here. Put that shit back in the oven
in the trash.
Put that shit back in the oven for two more years until you can find some better writing.
As we
Well, I mean, isn't the oven the final solution?
Ooh.
As we throw these derailed wheels into the oven as well. Let's get back on topic.
Actually, I don't think it is though, because the thing is, like, those disgustingly, excessively politically correct shows like that, this is the future we have to look forward to. This is going to be the product of people being this overprotective about everything.
Yeah.
Stodgy, gross, like, only say stuff that anyone else has already said so that you can fucking protect yourself.
Like, shittily animated, clearly budget cut animations.
I mean, when South Park gets taken off the air, I think that's when
we can't talk about shittily animated stuff because we're also talking about South Park. And South Park starts out with a subpar animation budget so that they can come out every week.
True. Yeah.
But
they use digital stuff so that they can keep their speed up. They use limited animation.
Not to kind of I guess we're still kind of on the rails. I guess I could bring up another thing. That show, that anime, Shimonetta. The one that's about...
Oh, yeah.
I feel like that was also made because of the time we live in. Like, they're trying to predict the future that people can't say this, raunchy, dirty shit anymore because everybody's offended.
Yeah,
now that I think about it, yeah.
Well,
if you really think about it.
Well, yeah, for those of us here who aren't weeaboos, do you think you could describe the premise of Shimonetta for us?
Shimonetta is a show where basically it's what if the government, basically banned all lewd anything. You can't curse. You can't look at porn. You can't say anything just generally offensive.
You can't
You have to dress properly.
You can't even so much as use slang words for genitalia.
Yeah. Yeah, so basically the show is kind of about a
You
vigilante.
can't say any slang for release.
His
You
love
can't say
nectar.
jizz cum, none of that.
Yeah.
But you can totally say
none of
that.
that. So
totally
basically,
say love nectar.
So it's literally just like an anti-sexual 1984.
Well,
Yes.
that's basically where we're headed anyway.
so basically, like then it cuts to now where everybody's wearing these bracelets and stuff
And necklaces.
and necklaces that keep them from doing all these things. Where all of a sudden,
Like, how do they reproduce then?
by
Good fucking point.
because the
Like,
proper
hello,
way,
person I've lost to get married.
I think they go to specific centers where they're like,
either that or I think it's like you have to be married to have sex.
yeah, or something.
That's like the
Oh.
proper like Catholic way of doing things.
For me, I think I'm gonna go with Leon's theory and say like there's a center where they could finally take those
use
fucking
the
cuffs
use
off.
the pad. If you press any buttons, it might.
Yeah,
Oh,
don't.
okay.
Yeah.
So basically, it cuts to now, and then all of a sudden, like everybody's dressed properly and not cursing and just
Well,
going about their merry ways.
Dress properly.
to
I don't want to like go on the dress aspect because like in most anime, it's like if you're a businessman or a businesswoman,
They kind of just dress like that anyway.
yeah. And if you're going to school, you're dressed a certain way anyway.
Yeah,
Well, let's see,
yeah.
I haven't actually watched any of Shimonetta, but from what I do remember is this one shot of a woman standing on some sort of elevated platform with a pair of panties over her face like a mask.
Yeah, that's what I was-
while she's screaming "cockadoodle pussy" and people are running away like it's fucking Godzilla.
She's the main character / main terrorist of the series. She's a lewd
vigilante.
She's a lewd vigilante who just runs around saying cock, ass, titty, pussy, ah, and throws porn everywhere and then runs off.
She strikes like lightning and fucks off.
I gotta see this now.
Yeah, it's a good show, but
Like I started watching it not expecting much, but I actually like it a lot.
I'll look into it.
Yeah.
So back to the main topic at hand, though. So she but what do we think of her actual opinion, though? Is she wrong?
Her opinion is right in some points. Well, let's reestablish because we went off the rails for so long.
We went off the rails for a while.
It was all semi.
What's your name again? Because I also forgot.
Nicole Arbor.
Nicole Arbor.
It was
Back
all-
to Nicole Arbor.
We're
Some of
talking
her
about stuff that
points.
was somewhat related.
Some of her points were alright, but then she started throwing shade at plus size and like plus size models, and like plus size she obviously doesn't know where plus size starts because like
Well, didn't she say she wasn't counting the plus size people?
no, she said plus size a bunch, and she said oh plus size, oh you're also gonna catch diabetes, whatever. But like
I think part of it was she was just making fun of the terminology, body positive, when that's really a pretty misleading term because it's generally used by people whose bodies are very much not positive.
yes. But then she threw plus size in there. But like the beginning of plus size, like Beyonce would be counted as plus size.
Yeah. Pretty much.
And like she like if you're gonna never mind, fuck it. If you're gonna try to be edgy, then obviously you're going the wrong route anyway.
Well, I mean that is the point. She was just trying to be. No, it was trying to be edgy. It was trying to say look how, a lot of times you can get a rise out of people just by saying things that are just that offensive. I guess for most of us it didn't really work, but like I said, the kind of stuff that I watch,
As I said in the topic that I made on Facebook, she basically struck while the iron's hot. She picked the wrong fucking iron to strike because it's easily triggered.
There's never really the wrong iron to strike. It's just the fact that she's not good.
Yeah,
She's not
she's not good at. She misses the iron.
Like
No, but
we
actually-
had this conversation also. We were talking about MK. MK also did a video of this type.
MK loves fat people. Yeah, that's a video. MK is a YouTuber
Who basically roasts people.
Yeah, he roasts people, but he doesn't. It's kind of like what she was trying to do, only not shoddily edited and was actually funny.
Well, even
Subjectively.
his is kind of like his doesn't have super professional editing, but he goes straight to the point. He also has jump cuts, but it's not super obnoxious.
like every 2 seconds.
Yes,
Literally every 2 seconds.
and
Really just
also
whenever there's dead
MK
air.
is funny, and at the end he usually has like all right, let's get real for a second. At the end.
I guess. But, I mean, I watch horrible things without the, let's get real for a second. I've seen, when you see, Auschwitz dance mixes, nothing really gets to you anymore. But
those people are going way beyond the edge.
Yeah, no, but that's what I mean. If she's just trying to,
people who are caught in the middle like that, you can tell that they're trying to get a rise out of people and are just getting views.
Yeah, no, obviously, yeah, she is doing it just to get views, which, I mean, I guess there's nothing wrong with that, because there's far worse out there.
There's also really no such thing as bad publicity.
There's nothing wrong with that, because if you can get away with it, sure. But if you know better and you ignore her, then she'll just go away.
Well, now she's so proud of herself on her channel posting, like, yeah, we literally broke the internet, #censorship.
Oh, she's so proud of it, even though before her shit got taken down, she shut off her likes and her comment section.
Yep.
Yeah.
Proud.
Oh yeah, you're so proud. Even though you were crying so hard your mascara was running before. Yeah, fuck off. Yeah, pack that shit up.
Good job. You are now resorting to the same tactics Anita Sarkeesian is putting in her videos.
What were they posting? Like, yeah, you roast those fat people, but also go finish roasting my dinner. Get back
you
in the kitchen.
smell like a whore.
Wow.
Callbacks.
Yeah. Well, I don't think she should be one to, complain about misogyny, because, 3 seconds into her video, it says, oh, is that semen in my hair?
Yep.
So, no, I don't think that particularly would get to her.
I don't think she would go that far either, but if she does...
No, that is actually what she says in the video. 3 seconds in, oh, I can't tell if this is, semen in my hair.
Yeah.
Yeah, charming. Not that that's gross, unacceptable, because again, Auschwitz dance mix. but that's the thing. It's not even that she struck at the wrong iron. She wanted to be as controversial as her timid, you gotcha, fat people. If that's if that's the limit to her edginess, then no, she got the right target.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But also, if anything, it was probably safer than, say, if she made a video called, Dear Gay People or Dear Black People.
Yeah, I was about to say, at this point, the hottest iron would be black people.
Oh, yeah.
Especially now.
Well, yeah. Yeah, for a while it was gay, but I think now black people because of recent events.
And I think because of Trump Mexicans.
But the half, maybe hottest, but also maybe not, but, maybe it's up in the air, would be gay black people.
Oh, yeah.
Specifically that combination at once.
Look.
That's why I said it.
Come on, that's like saying end unicorn discrimination.
we here at Smoke Break want to also preface this. We all don't hate fat people.
No, we here at Smoke Break say fuck your feelings.
Yeah.
I hate fat people.
I'm fat.
I hate you.
Good.
I take this all on my shoulders because this is going on my channel.
Yeah.
If you are offended, fuck your feelings. Free speech shouldn't end where your feelings begin. Fuck your feelings.
Exactly. No, I don't really hate fat people. I tolerate them, just like how I tolerate black people.
I'm glad that you see it.
Just like how I tolerate Asian people.
Whoa.
And just how
we sit here and tolerate you fucking Reds.
We tolerate you all.
Oh, but what about
you Russian Chinese people, you goddamn Reds.
Well, what about my...
See, we're all fair game.
Well, what about me? I'm a white devil.
No, you're an Irish. You're a nigger turned inside out.
Yes! I forgot. That's me. And I work labor, so I guess that makes me part Mexican too.
Oh.
I'm a rent-a-Mexican.
Go back to Univision.
See, this is what we mean. We laugh at all these awful things. Why can't everybody laugh at this shit?
Get out of my
Seriously.
Because people are too busy wearing their trilbies and vomiting fucking Cheetos all over themselves and
Well, it goes the other way too. People with rainbows all over their cars, end hate. That's the thing.
How about you stop butt fucking each other in the goddamn pride parades?
Please.
I don't know. I've heard people argue no, that's just their particular celebration. It doesn't have any
no,
message
son,
attached
that's
to it.
illegal. That's what it is. You can't be exposing yourself in public.
These men are fucking in my living room.
Literally. In my living room. We have a place for that. It's called America.
This video is going to
jail.
This video is going to get flagged.
I'm going to jail.
Well, I mean, since we already said nigger a bunch of times, we can just be offensive now.
Oh yeah.
We popped that cork already.
Offendocast.
Yeah, I've never quite seen the appeal for pride parades. Like, most gay people I know, they're trying to say is, the only thing that's different between you and me is that I'm attracted to other men and you're attracted to women. We're both still people. We should both be treated like people. And yeah, they're just normal fucking people. The only difference is what they're attracted to, which is their private business anyway. So why in pride parades do they like cover themselves in rainbows and glitter and wave dildos all over the place? I thought you wanted people to look at you like you're normal. Why are you wearing the biggest caricature of your culture possible?
I feel like they would like, well, what about Carnival? Nigga, that's in Brazil, idiot. This is America.
I'm saying, like for the civil rights movement, like, people weren't going, like, marching in the streets dressed like Zulu warriors.
It's like some creepy Technicolor Renaissance, like, Renaissance fair. Like, I don't know what that is. Shit.
Well, Renaissance, you put on more clothes, actually.
Yeah, God,
Ironically,
God, I feel bad for those people if it happens in the summer. Ooh.
Well, I'm pretty sure they schedule it around the spring.
Yeah.
Well, fall. They schedule it around the fall.
You're right.
Once.
I feel more bad for cosplayers who do that in the summer.
Yeah, summer. You better dress it.
Summer cosplay's the struggle.
You better go nude beach, like
nudist to beach.
Everybody is nudist beach.
Yeah, so you think they're all just doing it for attention? No, it's just fucking hot out.
It's like, look at you being a fucking booth babe. No, it's just really hot out.
Well, no, I mean, the girls who actually go in with just their own costumes, not getting paid to do it.
But yeah, so back to the fat thing and expanding on this a bit. Outside of that,
expanding like a fat person.
See, I'm great. Anyway, so expanding on this idea further. Outside of the video, there's another video of a lady just taking a good health sign and basically like spray painting it. I saw it on Cringe Channel. She spray
of course.
Yeah, she spray painted the sign and said fat, like fucking put fat is healthy. You are misguided. Fat is not healthy. You know, even fat people who are comfortable in their own bodies know that fat is not healthy. That's why you're fat.
Yeah, that's the thing. You
a little bit of weight,
like, I don't,
not so bad. Obese.
Now you have a problem.
Look into something morbidly obese. Are
no
your knees
saving.
Okay? And if they're not, then you already know.
Let me bring attention to the 10-ton killer case. That shit.
Wait, what?
Oh, that shit. Okay, so there was this whole case in Texas where there's this big, like, 1,000-pound lady who can't even walk, and apparently, like, apparently the story was like that she accidentally fell on her nephew, and like cracked his head and killed him.
Wow, what
smashed his head. She's like 1,000 pounds. Of course that would kill you.
What a way to die.
And he was like 5 or something. So then like
how to do it.
So then she got put to trial.
Well, I mean, technically that would probably be at worst involuntary manslaughter.
Yeah.
And then she got put to trial, and then she was found guilty, put on the death sentence. But the whole rigmarole, or
let him finish.
No, I don't think she was put on the death sentence. The death trial.
First of all, I don't think that should really count as murder, because if she literally cannot move, how could she intentionally kill someone?
Well, I don't know.
All right. I need you to walk into this knife for me.
Legal bullshit aside.
Pick me up out of the chair. Onto you.
Legal bullshit aside, do you know how much preparation the court had to go through for this woman? They had to expand the door to the courtroom. They had to go to Bed Bath & Beyond to get the biggest queen-sized bed they could fit this lady on. Just to carry her, they had to get 20 people to carry her in and move her around.
Shoveled
If
in
you've
the belly
seen
fat.
Squidbillies.
I'm saying, they couldn't just roll her around like that time Bender got really fat.
No,
That's what they did.
It's not that simple, but
They needed a crane.
I think it's a lot tougher because
Or a forklift.
I'll let him finish.
So then, like, it turns out that she didn't actually kill the nephew. It was actually the mother, her sister, basically, because she was abusive and it was an accident. And then she got sentenced. She got sent to prison. But after the fact, what did this lady do? This 1,000-pound lady, did she start going on Tumblr and saying like, oh, no, I'm proud of who I am, I'm right? No, she actually got fit and lost 800 pounds.
Jesus.
Wait, how is that physically possible?
Well,
Through the use of a lot of surgery.
I was about to say, we start with liposuction.
Yeah,
And then
we start with surgery and work our way.
I thought like 1,000 pounds. They injure a fire hose.
Wait a second. I thought
Yes.
liposuction actually had a weight limit. Otherwise, it was considered.
Mind
dangerous.
you, this was years.
we start with a little bit of liposuction at a time. Then we cut some flabby skin off. Then we make
physical
some bars of
therapy.
soap on the side so that fucking Tyler Durden can start his shit. Anyway,
Then some physical therapy, maybe some light exercise.
then some physical therapy so that she can remember she has legs and knees. And then
Remember,
It seems
head,
like
shoulders, knees, and toes. Knees and toes.
honestly
Yep.
that just sounds like too much work. At that point, I probably would have just euthanized her.
But that's the thing, like,
if you're young enough to be able to relearn how to use your muscles, then sure.
but guys, how crazy of a story is that? Don't you think it's uplifting in a way that this
Well, they
lady?
sure had to do a lot of lifting.
We can now put on the brakes on this joke train.
That's the problem, though, is that, like, I'm sure today's fat people would not find that uplifting. They'd probably be like, oh, she's joining the fit.
They're too busy going to a goddamn landfill and hitting goddamn weights with a stick.
How
Like a bunch
dare-
of idiots.
How dare she accommodate for her insecurities?
That's the thing. But also on the flip side, I am not at all offended by fit shaming because, like, why would you be like, huh, look at that guy, he's healthy and attractive. So yeah, fuck that guy. Like, this is an insult.
Not to
Please
mention-
keep them coming.
Not to mention, at the end of the day, you're basically stooping to the fat shaming's level.
Casey, how
Yep.
dare you have a good heart rate? Let me be straight with you.
How dare you not need a fucking hover round?
Doesn't mean I still don't want one.
How dare you not need a shovel to get from one
Like,
place to the other?
look, if you're fat and you don't go on the internet and support this bullshit,
I want to cosplay Dr. Eggman
good for
someday.
you. Good for you. I mean, I hope, eventually maybe you start trying to live a healthier lifestyle, but if that's the way you want to live, that's none of my fucking
And
business.
Samoans, that's not even fair. No one's ever actually talking to you. Like, you are heavy and you have the weight to get up, move fast, and beat everyone's ass.
Yeah,
no one's
yeah.
talking to you, Samoans.
Yeah, like, and that's another thing. You can have weight to you, but also live healthy. Like, there are fat people who are more healthier than some skinny people, but not obese, but fat. You know what I mean?
What
Like,
are the Samoans? I don't understand.
Samoans are a good
I don't
example.
understand their physiology.
Samoans are a perfect example.
They're quick, big, and so quick.
They're they either look overweight but they're healthy and quick and can like overpower you, or they're the Rock and they turn their flab into muscle and then they're Adonises.
Hell,
Like,
if you
fuck
wanna-
out of here with your non-fair physiology.
If you want to give another example, look at sumo wrestlers.
Well,
that is not healthy.
Sumo wrestlers actually have to work for that. They eat like super fattening giant stews every night.
Yeah.
And then
But I'm
they-
sure they have to maintain something. I'm sure there's like health stuff involved.
They have to do constant like weight regiment.
I'm sure they're more healthy than people of their size.
Yes.
Is what I'm saying.
Yeah, I guess, but
The irony.
But between being a sumo wrestler and being like slightly out of shape, where like I am,
Like me too.
yeah, no.
How
like,
could this
like,
happen to me?
Yeah, no, it doesn't matter how much you prepare for it. Like, it is not healthy to be that big naturally. Sumo wrestling is it's a traditional thing. I respect their cultural tradition and all, but that is not healthy. They don't do it because it's healthy. They do it because it's a proud tradition.
Yeah, and I mean, like, if
But
you
like they could be healthy. Like there's a difference between just being fat and
Yeah, no,
they
it's-
actually have work hours.
Yeah, no,
before they
it's
do everything.
not the same as just being that fat, but there's still a lot of serious health complications.
and for being
Yeah, because being Asian and being that big usually doesn't work out for you.
Yeah.
but
That's why actually like I keep hearing that like the sumos, like the yokozunas nowadays are usually foreign. Yokozunas are like the top class, like champion sumo wrestlers.
Yeah. But just back to the general topic of just people trying to push this like anti-fit agenda. It's like it's so nuts, man. Like I don't understand. I really don't get it.
It's less an anti-fit agenda and more of a leave me alone. I want to sit in my house and do what I want agenda.
Well, that's the thing. They can do whatever they want, but they're they're not just sitting at their home doing whatever they want. They're going out and they're basically turning around and insulting people for being normal.
What do you
or
mean
healthy.
going out and insulting people?
Oh, excuse me.
If you're really
Actually, no. Some of them actually, they literally are.
look,
Like apparently, like they're parading themselves on the subways now. Like these disgusting, morbidly obese women with blue armpits. They're stripping down to underwear with like the word "beautiful" written over their body.
I had one.
I did see
look,
that.
if you really are comfortable in your own skin, then why the fuck are you protesting like this? Why the fuck are you getting involved? If you really believe that, then this shit shouldn't offend you. Then you should just let it bounce off your. Why aren't you more thick-skinned?
I was waiting for you to stop so I could make that joke.
Yeah. Why aren't you more thick-skinned? Like, you should be not just like if you're actually thick-skinned on the outside, then inside, look at people like Chris Farley. Look at these like comedians who can take any joke you throw at them, no matter how offensive, and they can dish it right the fuck back.
Gabriel Iglesias, for example.
Well, because that's
Actually, that probably was the best example I just dished out.
Well, yeah, but that's just the point. It's a culture about being offended. But it's weird though. It really is just kind of like a Rage Against the Machine kind of thing. They're saying that they want to stand up and do these things so that other fat people don't get offended by our unfair standards of not gorging yourself and never exercising.
No.
But at the same time, they want to insult people for being, for lack of a better term, normal. Like, to say you're like a cis heterosexual
What is cis anymore?
White male.
What is cis anymore?
White male shouldn't necessarily be normal, because but
for some reason that seems to be their default go-to comeback diss.
Yeah, it really is, but I'm saying just like,
Wow, I'm so offended.
Oh, no.
Wow.
How dare I have a slightly better
no.
social standing?
I'm not one of those filthy droids. But anyway, like, they just seem to, they've just decided that, cis white heterosexual males are just like the default, the man that's apparently like ruling over everything, and that they are just the source of all of their problems.
I think, from even back then onward, for some reason, whenever they think of somebody who's making fun of them, they always think of the jock in high school with a Letterman jacket. And that guy hasn't existed in a long time.
In fact, he's probably in the dumpster somewhere.
He's probably had a decent job and probably doesn't even remember your face.
Or, he could be like Flash Gordon and lose
Flash
his legs.
Gordon! That is the exact, that's the guy that they always think about. Flash Gordon. Tall, blonde hair, blue-eyed white guy with a Letterman jacket.
Wasn't that Flash Thompson?
Flash Thompson.
My bad. Flash!
That's Flash Gordon.
Yeah.
He also was a high school football player.
And then look at what happened.
Yeah, but he's also like a space hero.
Yeah.
But I mean, if you look at his growth, he started off as a bully, but then he joined the Marines. And
That's what happens when high school bullies grow up.
yeah, they joined the Marines.
Not always going to the Marines, but they grow up.
Well, there's a split timeline of that. They either grow up and join the Marines or do something with their lives, or they marry their high school sweethearts and then live miserable loveless marriages, and I would have went pro if it wasn't for my bum elbow.
Yeah.
Basically projecting everything onto their kid.
And just
I work a factory job now, and
it's just this sensitive culture that we are breeding is killing comedy as we know it. Comedy is going to die at this rate.
Actually, no. This is the same thing that I say when it comes to music, especially hip hop. Everything, hip hop is not dead, music is not dead, you're just not looking for it. Everything is underground, everything is, you have to look for it now.
I'm not saying now, but I'm saying eventually.
I was telling you, Auschwitz dance mix, I looked for it and I found it. But that's saying, he's not saying it's dying as in, it sucks. He's dying as in, at least in terms of, in terms of a popular mainstream venue like YouTube, you're not allowed to do it.
Yeah,
That's different.
I'm not saying it's going to become shitty. What I'm saying is...
No, that's what I'm saying, because whenever anyone says that blank and blank is dying or blank and blank is dead, they think that it's gone. Like, it's
I know
not
what you mean.
accessible.
Yeah, no, I know. There is good stuff out there, like Auschwitz Sandsmiths.
Do you want to send me the link now? Like, you said it so much that now I have to put it in the description.
Me too.
Now I have to put it in the description.
Maybe even put it at the end of the video.
There's a lot of different ones. I'll look it up later. But no, just basically just all the like ironic shit posting pages on Facebook. Yeah. I mean, like now everyone's just spamming the John Cena thing.
Yeah.
I prefer more offensive stuff.
It's the new Rickroll.
Yeah, sure, whatever. But anyway, no, but that's saying what Bob's saying though. It's not just that the quality is declining. Is it like hip hop is dead because all these hip hop artists suck so hard? He's saying. Yeah, maybe it's not that comedy's dead, but comedy on YouTube is dead because they're literally not going to allow it if it's too quote-unquote offensive.
Yeah, the audience is declining is what I'm saying. That's like if I actually start saying music is dying, that means like less and less people, that means nobody's going to concerts anymore.
I think like a lot of people are confusing the word offensive with insecurity.
Yeah.
As a whole, like
at the end,
these are problems
That's
like
one more thing. That's another thing that I want to bring up. Like people constantly using the word triggered. They don't know what fucking triggered means. Triggered means actual PTSD. Triggered means you see some shit and you lock up and you literally can't function.
Yep.
But then,
Triggered doesn't mean I feel offended. I should. If you can. Let's put it this way. If you can stop to actually put a comment in the YouTube box to say, you're triggering me, then you're not triggered.
Yeah, whenever I use the word triggered, I use it in jest, mostly.
I think at this point, pretty much everyone you would encounter in real life and not the internet, if they say the word trigger, they're
gonna get their ass beat.
No, they're saying it ironically.
Either that.
Yeah. But also one thing you wanted to talk about, just I guess to kind of be like the final peak of this whole fucking thing was whenever like the excuse of you yourself, you're internally beautiful. Don't worry. Didn't you want to say something about that?
Internal beauty, as in like having an actual
like you're beautiful no matter what.
Like having an actual
personality.
personality.
I think we went over that. Like people trying to no matter what, you're beautiful on the inside. Don't worry about your health.
Well, no, they're trying to say no. I'm beautiful on the outside, as in just like everything is a social construct. Nothing is objective. So they're saying like this morbidly obese woman with blue armpit hair, she is beautiful, and if you don't think she's beautiful, it's because you're transphobic or something.
Yeah.
Or you're a fat phobic, if that's a word.
Fat phobic. If you disagree with her, you're a rapist or rape apologist. They'll come up with like anything out of their ass.
How dare you have preferences?
That's the thing. Yeah, there are such a thing as preferences, and clearly maybe you're beautiful in your eyes, but beauty's in the eye of the beholder, and most people do not behold beauty when they look at you. The thing, yes, there are preferences, and I'm gonna assume 99% of people, just as a biological function for the better of their species, do not find you attractive. There are reasons for that. We have like subtle biological cues that say this thing is not good for reproducing.
Let's not say 99%. Let's say 90%.
Yeah,
I'm gonna say 99.
I do think that there are people who are attracted to fat women. Hell, we know a few people who are attracted to fat women, and there's nothing wrong with that.
No, I'm not saying that.
Yeah,
but no,
yeah.
Like these women specifically.
I'm gonna say 90 because there's so many people now on Earth.
Sure, whatever. I'm not a math magician. But no, yeah, they're. What was I just saying? Oh yeah, no, it's they purposely try to present themselves as contrary to the standard perceptions of beauty. Like they'll take a woman you would perceive as beautiful, and they want to literally be the exact opposite of that.
Mm-hmm.
Like intentionally so, they want to be the exact opposite of what the cis white heteropatriarchy considers
like
beautiful.
If mermaids were a thing, they'd want to be the reverse mermaid.
Yeah,
but that's the thing. I'm gonna say no. That's just like in a lot of these cases, to say you're beautiful to most people, just statistically, that's factually incorrect. That's like when you're saying healthy at any size. If you're like 1,000 pounds, no, you're not healthy. you can't say, you can say it as much as you want, but that's the good thing about facts. They don't care about your opinion. A fact is a fact.
If you're literally having complications, if you need oxygen.
Yes, and beauty is a lot more subjective, but
health isn't.
Yeah, I'm saying no, but like the 400-pound woman with the blue armpits. No, I think I could say, as a matter of fact, at least the majority of people do not find that attractive for very
obvious reasons.
For provable biological reasons. There are certain aspects of the female anatomy that males are just biologically attracted to, and she has intentionally subverted all of them.
And that's another thing
that's
another thing that's messing people up, because they go on the internet and then they listen to the loud minority. They can get in contact with the loud minority way quicker, and it's like, oh, look at all these people. You see all these people who agree with me. Look at all these people.
Yeah, but here's the thing: it just seems like the minority, the people that are actually listening to them, it seems that they're just trying to hide their own insecurities for whatever matter. Because whatever triggered all these things that come out of the social justice movement, this is shit that before then you would have just wrote it off as you're just being really insecure right now.
And honestly, like, some people are insecure. Like, I have some insecurities.
I have insecurities.
Well, you're a faggot. That's different. No, but the thing, we all have insecurities. There's nothing wrong with that. It's just in their quest to find
pack it up and get over it, you queer.
Yeah, in their quest to find validation for it, they're not satisfied with just being happy with themselves. They need to make you accept them for what they are, but
I
don't have to accept you. Hell, I don't have to accept black people.
But that's
I choose to, because I'm not actually racist. I just make a lot of jokes about it.
Yeah. But like, that's actually what I was trying to say.
You're turning into the Crash Bandicoot speedrunner. Stop. I'm worried.
I actually watched the greatest hits of that. Oh, so bad.
Can he stop talking about killing himself?
That video sure made me want to kill myself.
But I think just I guess to just top all of this off, grow a fucking backbone.
Really?
Seriously?
I mean, yeah. Well, you have to say that, because if you say grow a pair, then
we've all been there. We've all been in high school. Maybe not all of us, but we've all been in high school. We've all been picked on. I've been cyberbullied. People told me to go fucking hang myself and told me to kill myself.
Casey, your foot.
Where? They told me to kill myself, and you're just complaining. Oh, people are saying I'm fat. Fuck you.
Jesus.
Well. Yeah, wow, Jesus. I mean...
there are people...
I saw that. He shared that with us.
There are people who have more problems in their life than you do. Okay? Seriously. Stop being offended by every little fucking thing.
Take your first world problem shit and fucking pack it up.
Pack it up, shove it up your ass.
Well, just because... Wow. First of all, wow. Triggered. By the fact that you were louder, I'll find a reason to be offended. But no, just because people have it worse doesn't mean your problems aren't valid. Because technically, literally anything.
Your problems are always valid, but put this shit in perspective.
Yeah,
learn to weigh your perspective.
I have lots of things that I always complain about all the time, and technically you can always say, "Oh yeah, it sure sucks that happened," but at least you're not one of those starving children in Ethiopia. Well, yeah, I guess I'm not. Oh well, I guess that means I can't talk about anything. No, they can be upset at all. My real problem with this is just the outright denial of facts and reality. Actually, did you see the one I put on Pat's page about being internally white?
What was that?
All right, here's one. The thing is, well, the social justice movement, it's supposed to be mostly just... You say it's mostly against white people, specifically white males, but sometimes they...
I didn't say that, but that's what they say. Go on.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Well, yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, sometimes they have a little friendly fire. So, yeah. What was you saying? Something like, "Gee, I don't understand why would people want to be white? It's so retarded." So someone says, "Yeah, most people don't choose to be white. That's kind of how they're born, just like how some people are born black."
Black.
And yeah, the usual response is no, shut the fuck up, honey. No one cares about your opinion, whitey. The guy says, "I'm black." Nope. And her response is, "Okay, no, you're not." Because clearly, if you no real black person would ever defend white people. Now you might be black externally, but if you're defending white people, then honey, you're white on the inside. What?
What?
Oh no, you're a trans cracker.
Yeah, it's like
Coined it.
Yeah, all right, no, calm down, officer. I'm trans white.
I'm trans white, therefore I should not be immediately.
Have good credit, don't shoot.
But yeah, just fucking.
No, but that's what I have a problem with. It's
Inside, I don't have a track record.
No, it's like no, I don't care how ugly and stupid they are. If they're happy with themselves, let them be happy in their own little Hugbox corner. They can do that. I don't mind that. It's the fact that they're vocally denying actual solid empirical factual proof
And trying to drag everybody down with them.
and when they don't like something they have it shut down. I see a lot of stuff on the internet that I don't like. There's a lot of things people have said people say mean things. Well, no one ever says mean things about me personally because I'm just a well-liked person. Like people are saying you should go hang himself. But that's the thing. I don't just if it's not something even personally aimed at me, why are these people trying to shut it down?
Oh
Like,
no,
there is so much more.
Oh no, I relate. Oh, put on my Heelys to escape my feelies.
Right?
I must escape my insecurities.
And I think.
Oh, actually, no. Now I remember. It wasn't the Auschwitz dance mix. It was 9/11 AMVs.
Oh man. Oh. Anyway.
No, but that's what I mean. There are things out there that are so much worse.
Yeah.
But as soon as people find out about something, and that's the thing, I don't even know why fat people are a group like that. Don't shut it down. You can talk about how offended you are. You can make your stupid little YouTube response, like my response to Dear Fat People. Go ahead, you can make your shitty YouTube video that I'll ignore.
The
and
thing is, there are so many fucking responses to Dear Fat People, and then it got shut down. Like, YouTube is supposed to be a community of, like, interconnected people. I saw the shit you just did, and now I can fucking respond to you. Speaking of which, that's another thing that I'm mad that they got rid of. Like, you used to be able to actually, like, put your response directly, like,
under the video.
Yeah.
But now you
Video
can't do
response.
that.
I guess because also, like, people really like
People would usually use the response to fucking plug their stupid fucking shit instead of actually making a response.
Yeah,
But-
that and like whenever there's like a movie trailer, the like reply girls.
That was a problem.
Yeah, but that's the thing. Their shit sucked, but who cares?
It was an act.
I think we can all learn.
Honestly, it's like it should have went by the wayside, and like people should just ignore stuff like that and get to the stuff that they actually.
If anything, like maybe take those down because they literally have nothing to say. They're literally just getting views by mooching off someone else.
If anything, the change of the metrics now would have phased them out already, because it's like now the metrics isn't how many people view your stuff; it's how long they watch it for.
Yeah.
Oh,
and and that's how you get paid.
Well, then watch. They'll just say a whole bunch of nothing for like 5 hours.
They would have said nothing for half a minute, and then it would have get cut off, and they wouldn't get paid for that video. So that shit would have ended early.
Like, unless it actually means something, a lot of people are not going to stick around for it.
Sure, whatever. But I'm saying, like, I understand if they want to take those down because it's literally just mooching off someone else's work. There's actual ethics involved in that. I mean, in terms of whatever their YouTube metrics, whatever.
Yeah, this is hindsight shit.
I'm sorry, did your privilege almost trigger in?
Shut up.
I'm pretty sure you almost said privilege right there.
No,
I didn't.
I didn't. But I'm saying this just sets such. Apparently, none of us here even thought she was funny, but it's such.
Except for Shaq, apparently.
Well, I'm sorry.
No, fuck that nigger.
I like.
Anyway, I was saying.
Oh man, we're great.
The best of friends, people. The best of friends.
But yeah, no, I'm saying.
I still gotta you watch that video, and as a fat guy yourself, going through high school, you really listen to that recycled, fucking reused.
The only part that I actually did find funny was just the whole fat zombie thing, because I actually did look. I took it into perspective. I was like, yeah, that actually is kind of funny. But the rest of it was just this is just like fucking Carlos Mencia levels of reused, recycled, clearly 5 minutes ago jokes.
Semantics.
Well,
all I want to say about the whole YouTube reply thing, because I didn't get anything about it.
Oh yeah, go ahead.
Is I miss YouTube poop tennis. Would bring those back, because it was. That's all I have to say. But yeah, just grow a backbone. Seriously.
All right, well, thank you for that commentary. But no, yeah, on the topic of backbone, the fact that this got taken down as hate speech.
Actually, I think as of now it's back up.
Yes.
Oh, is it?
Yes. Perfect.
Oh well. Well, I mean,
The fact that it got taken down in the first place.
yeah,
Continue.
yes, the fact that it got taken down in the first place. Well, I guess the fact that it's back up kind of lessens what I was about to say, but that does set a really dangerous precedent, though. Not because it's violating the rules, or because it's like actually promoting something dangerous, or if it's just blatantly mooching off someone else for no other actual ethical reason like that. Just because I don't like what they said, I don't like this. It gets taken down. That's what the thumbs down button is for. Mm-hmm. They shouldn't get taken down because you don't like it.
And like, it's still dangerous because what if somebody with a lesser channel does this? Like,
yeah,
YouTube needs.
But that's the thing. Did she only get back on because she made such a fuss about it? Like, hashtag censorship. I broke the internet.
I'm
LOL.
sure she probably contacted YouTube. And
I'm
they
not
went
even
through
sure.
no, I think a whole bunch of people helped her contact YouTube. Like, if
she has like a lot of fans, or at least she definitely got like a couple million views from that video alone.
Yeah.
If anything, just because of the controversy.
But I think
that was a build up of her fans. But like, if a lesser content creator does that and their shit gets shut down, then there's nothing they could really do about
it.
Like,
if you put on this video about some white guy talking about the Holocaust, 9/11, and saying nigger a bunch,
and Satan,
I didn't say that.
But yeah, I included it.
No. What the hell's wrong with you? Why would you say that?
I'm sorry. Now I'm triggered because you're triggered. Fuck
Kappa,
you.
kappa, 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 kappa.
Shut the fuck up, you kike, back in the oven. Yeah, that's the thing. They're just words. I'm not actually promoting that you should go to this specific Jewish center and plant these specific explosives actually, no, shit. Maybe even that much detail will get people in trouble these days.
Yeah, but
so yeah, if YouTube takes this one down first, then you'll know this is the part to take out.
Oh yeah. So
well, as Voltaire said, to find out who truly rules over you, find who you are not allowed to offend, or like who you are not allowed to criticize.
Yeah.
I'm just tired of talking about it. I'm just glad I got everything I feel like I needed to say off my chest from this, and I never have to. Well,
I'm not tired because I'm fit.
I'm never gonna have to speak about it again until someone else finds an air conditioner feminist.
No, we're thoroughly done with it. If somebody finds another air conditioner feminist, then like,
I'm gonna lose my shit.
Like,
yeah. We've said that everything we've needed to say about this whole topic. So if you ever want to reference, we're going to reference this podcast. If you ever want to find out our opinions on the whole feminism and patriarchy bullshit, you could just listen to this again if you want.
And I guess we'll do another video series about my thoughts on black people and why they all deserve it.
But yeah, anyway.
And a follow-up on rape and why they all deserve it.
Yeah.
Wow.
Follow up on rape and stop dressing like you deserve it.
Alright, seriously, the Holocaust. Why it didn't happen but should have.
And a follow-up on Freemasons. But yeah, so yeah.
The Illuminati of our day.
Oh, but that's what people should be really concerned about, is the Illuminati. Come on now.
Well, they're just the puppet of the lizard people.
They're the Patriots.
So the gays?
The Shadow Patriots.
Snake, they're all dead.
Big boss, they've come to take us.
Anyway, we're good.
Yeah, that's basically it.
Next time.
Subscribe to Leon's channel.
I got to say a bunch of offensive words to their black people with me.
Glad you got that shit out of your system.
Next time on Smoke Break, special.
No smoke breast. Smoke breast. Yeah, cut it down. Cut it down. It's over.
Special guest Big Boss talks about he loves the box.
Oh, smoking some box.
Your intentions were all for the best. 'Cause every sentence that inches because here online